Get you a tribe, man. I'm amongst two wise brothers, man. They say get you a tribe of mentors. I'd like to welcome my co-hosts, fellas.
What's up with it? Gio, how you feeling, my guy?
Man, I'm cooling, staying out the way, baby.
You in black and white on purpose? I'm just trying to see.
Yeah,
Okay,
man.
okay.
I'm trying something out different, man. Make it a little harder for them to catch me. So, you know what I'm saying? Take
Okay,
out the
okay.
color.
Oh, you did that. Oh, okay. You threw me for a loop.
Okay.
I thought you had some different type of. You said, yeah. It threw me in black and white when we first started, so I ain't
Yeah.
know like it was something that the system did. Okay, you did that. Okay.
Yeah, I thought you trying to, get that Black Panther feel to the show today. You know how they say in the 60s and 70s they had colored TV and colored pictures, but they only put out the black and white to make it seem
Yeah.
like it was so long ago.
Mm-hmm.
They
Mm.
do that with the pictures. Like they had color photos in the 60s, but they only put out black and white today to make it seem like it was so long ago, and it was really not that long ago. So I see what Gio. I see the vision, bro. You trying to take it.
Trying to hijack it back, baby.
Yeah, the
Man,
object in the mirror is closer than it appears. Type.
t- I ain't mad at it, cause do y'all like so when y'all do like editing? I don't know if y'all edit your photos and whatnot when you upload from to IG. I like that little silver tone sometimes. That little like it give a different feel to it. Do
Yeah, I
y'all?
like black and white, man. I
Yeah.
like a good black and white filter go a long way, bro. Like
Mm-hmm.
I've been messing around with it. Actually, I'm glad I reminded. I got to put something out tomorrow. But I've been messing around with it as I'm doing content, some BTS type stuff with it that I'm doing, working with, just trying to get creative with that, man. I think it keeps people engaged when you could change,
Mm-hmm. The color
like the
profile.
tones. And
Mm-hmm.
I seen sinners. That's what I mean to tell you. Trey. I've been calling you to tell you that, and every time I get on the phone, I forget to tell you that I seen it, man. I seen it twice.
Mm-hmm.
I had to watch it back to back the same night. I was like, I gotta
Really?
run this back. Yeah, yeah. You can watch it. You can stream it now.
Yeah. I thought I was about to
So,
say you paid that ticket price back to
oh
back,
no,
boy.
no, 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 no. I was trying. By the time I tried to catch it in the movies, they took it out of the special theaters or whatever that they had,
The
right?
On
IMAX joint.
purpose.
Yeah, yeah. So if I can't see it on IMAX, I'm just like, all right, I'll wait till it goes streaming and watch it at the crib. So I caught it at the crib, ran it back to back, bro. Powerful film. Like absolutely. I don't know. I hear people like overall it's just been good reviews, but there are some critics out there. And I don't know anything bad about the movie. It was a few things creatively that I would have changed, but man, amazing concept, powerful movie on a lot of different. I think people not really grasping what they talking about in that film. To
Mm.
be real with you, man, because it's breaking down the evils of our entertainment, our music, and how a lot of things is going down, bruh. And how our culture has been infiltrated.
Mm. And we see it. We see it on so many different levels. And I was talking on the last show where like everything that's going on in this world right now, right? Like you having a BET awards, right? Like in the middle in LA, while you got all this wild stuff that's going on around you, right? And nobody, like we put on this earth bigger to just play sports and entertain people, and I don't think we're like receiving it to another level. I don't know. It's just like I don't
You
know if
know
it's
what
just
hurts,
like
bro?
what's
Let
that?
me tell you what hurts, bro. When you get to the space and on your journey and in your consciousness, right, and your awareness, when you get to this point where you realize there ain't no helping the entire culture.
Mm,
Man, listen, bro.
That's a rough realization when you get to the consciousness because when you've hit this, how I usually work, right? So you start getting conscious and aware, more conscious and aware, and you start tapping into that side. And at first, you want to tell your friends, your family, this
You wanna?
perspective, and right. And at first, it's not received, and you figure, yeah, like what the hell is wrong with these people that don't see it this way, right? So first you're at that level of consciousness and awareness. Then you kind of move on to just digging deeper into just yourself. You get out of the trying to bring people along, but then you get into the let me just dig deeper into this consciousness thing and like learn more, right? For myself.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you get to that part of it, towards the end of it, you get to the realization as you like educate yourself and become really aware that, bro, it took so much healing and undoing of myself, right?
To get to
Conscious
this
work,
point.
like,
Mm-hmm.
aware work, you gotta like heal yourself. And when you realize the type of work that it really takes for each person to do to change our culture, you come to the realization that ain't no we're in too deep, my brother. It's gone. You really gotta just, we're gonna talk some Father's Day talk on here, bro. You really just gotta like narrow in into you and your own and try to build whatever traditions and culture of like standards, perspectives, good morals, all of that, whatever you're trying to build, you just gotta lock into you, your own, build your circle amongst like-minded friends, like-minded, equally yoked is what the Bible call it, right? Just
Mm-hmm.
finding people that are equally yoked in that manner and build that way. But yeah, it was rough, and now I'm past that point, bro. I understand, everybody can't go. In the words of Nipsey,
Mm-hmm.
everybody just can't go.
I think it's tough, like when you get to that point of realization where like and you're trying to share something and it's not received well,
Mm-hmm.
but it also is like I'm in a point, and I'm glad like we're doing this because, and that's why I opened the show about having like a tribe of mentors and having people around you, and we always like to say iron sharpen iron.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like it sort of feel like a season where you gotta like bunker down
Mm-hmm.
into self awareness and like
Hmm.
purpose, and like we're all put on this earth for a purpose to serve, but there's no, like, everybody's so selfish, there's no purpose to serve the fellow man, what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it gets you to a point where, like, when you realize like the debauchery, and you realize like, all right, this is like y- your spiritual senses start kicking in, and you try to like, even like if you don't know everything about whatever the subject may be, but there's
Mm-hmm.
something there, and you want to, like, all right, well, you want to talk to your brother and like try to like get to the weeds of it. It comes to a point where whatever like poison in their life, it it's like a defense mechanism where they
Mm-hmm.
just like shut you down. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And you can't have like open dialogue about a lot of things, and that's just like tough, bro. Like to be able to like, but and so I was watching this interview with Tim Tebow
Mm-hmm.
in the Ryan Shaw show, which I thought was an amazing interview. And he kept bringing up, you gotta have wise counsel around
Mm-hmm.
you, and you can't do this thing by yourself. Like you gotta have people around you to be able to,
Hmm.
like, even if like you are wrong or something, you gotta be able to like be able to have a group of people around you where you can talk about it and build each other up and push through it. But if everybody's not trying to build, you just like damn, bro, like what do
You
you
almost,
do?
you almost got to find you a new circle, and that be the hard part um, about it. But like y'all brother said, like the key to everything, man, is love. And if we can
I
love
think,
ourselves, bro, then we can definitely be able to move the way that we need to be moving.
Hmm.
yeah. I think that all y'all saying some powerful stuff, man. But I think in that realm, what I'm finding, Trey, like even locally, right? Um, because like most of my associates and most of the people in my circle isn't local. You know what I'm saying? Outside of my pops, and a couple other older guys that I seek counsel with, and I just talk and vent with. Outside of those few older guys that I grew up with knowing, there ain't nobody I really tap in with like that. Is everybody I kind of talking over the phone, friends I've met over the internet, like on Twitter, whatever it may be. But as I'm like trying to like do more things locally in a community that way, trying to set up some moves and in that type of way, you got to build those type of relationships locally. So like my plan is just to go do just like when we did when we was in Atlanta, like go to places that I like to go, bro. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go to art shows, go to I'm trying to go to a Kali Buzz concert this weekend, but just going to places, doing the things that I really enjoy. Because I know, like most people, when you really pursuing your interests and you're like even at the ocean, when I go to the ocean, I've met plenty of people just randomly at the ocean, bro. Like exchange numbers with dudes. Dude got a media company, man. And I think they're pretty dope. They do like commercials that are on like national television and whatnot. And me and him just been texting for like the last 3 4 months, bro. We haven't worked together, but I think just going to do things you naturally like, bro. And when you're doing those things, open up and just communicating with people like, hey, how you doing? My name's Corey. How often do you go to other art shows, etc. And then you'll start meeting and net. But it's all about just networking until you find your tribe. The only way you're gonna find your tribe is really getting out and doing the things that you love to do. You feel me? And that's a hard thing because I'm such a homebody these days, bro. I really don't like to leave the house. I'll stay home all day, bro, and just isolation is is my shiznit these days. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I love being alone.
No, that's what no, that's real, and that's what from
Sorry about the phone, man.
that Let Me Theory book. That's one of the things that she was saying that Mel Robbins. She said she struggled with was like finding new friends, and she learned that a lot of times it's nothing to do with the friendship falling off. It's just proximity, you know, um, and people just naturally like ended up like finding a new relationship because of people that are close around them. So proximity usually play a part of like building that new network of people. But when I was thinking about just like bunkering down and just like gathering ourselves as far as learning who we are and what our purpose is in life, because I don't think a lot of people navigate on that channel what they know what their purpose are. And if you are a purpose driven person, and if you like having these conversations with people who just are lost, it's tough. You know what I'm saying? Like it's tough when you on a mission um, in life, and sometimes you can get fooled into thinking that like, all right, well, this, and I don't want to say fool, but you're putting yourself out there in a sense, especially when you have like different spiritual like or habits and like diets and like stuff, life, worldly
Mm-hmm.
experiences and stuff like that. And you open yourself up to some of these conversations, you learn that a lot of people are not ready for it, and then also it just like it makes you it almost like makes you think like, damn, there's something wrong with me type shit, like that.
Nah, man. Here's my like the way I approach everything before I have like conversations with people. I just remember the 5% rule, bro. Like only 5%, and that's why I'm very like reluctant to just have like the type of conversations that we have. I'm
With
very
just
reluctant to
anybody.
have it because I understand that 95% are just lost, bro, and that's just the rule. Only 5% is really gonna understand and see it. That third eye, like nobody really cares about it. But I just approach it like that. I just assume that people that I meet gonna be in the 95%. You feel me? And most of these things that I really, care about and I hold near and dear to my heart in a spiritual way, they just not even gonna care about it.
Mm.
Like most people are just surface level, even with their like their religious beliefs. It's real surface level, and it's not really practiced to the highest level. Now there are like when I meet some like Muslim brothers, and well, I'm not Muslim, right? And I don't really subscribe to any certain thing, but I'm not Muslim. But I meet some Muslim brothers, and I'm just I appreciate their dedication to fasting, a strict diet. Like that's when you really tapping in, bro. Like you got your body everywhere in the Bible or any spiritual book, bro. When you're trying to attain a higher, you're trying to reach your highest potential in life. That's really the journey, bro. That's really what God put us in. Your purpose is to live up to your highest potential, like to try to be the best you can be in every regard, like to fine tune yourself every day. That's your purpose in life. That's everybody's purpose. Your purpose is not a job. Whatever the job may come along with you trying to be, the best you, but that's not really your purpose on this earth. So when you I forgot where I was going with this, but I was talking about purpose. I forgot where I was going.
But
You
you was
was
talking
speaking
about
though, bro.
spiritual. Yeah, you was talking about spirituality
Oh yeah,
and like what
spirituality.
you.
So yeah, like the sacrifices that come along with it. Like it's just a lot of spiritual sacrifices with the meditation, like the Bible always talking about, people in the wilderness and, alone, trying to
I'm
figure
going
it
to the
out, you know what I'm
mountain.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
Right. It's just sacrifice that come with it, from a fasting state to the sacrificial of lambs and animals that they did in the Bible, right? It was always a sacrifice to be able to reach your highest potential when it pertains to spirituality. The average person really just wants to feel good. Like I got another take as well, bro. Like even with Christianity, man, I think the modern church is too customized. It's customized to make everybody feel comfortable.
Oh, it's a la carte.
It's a la carte. Like however
Yeah.
you want God, we can present it to you in a very calm, nice way. I don't think it's masculine. The modern church, the way it comes off. I'm talking about from praise and worship. And I'm not saying I'm against it. I'm just saying from a masculine man, it's not attractive. And when you look around the building, you can see there's a lack of masculinity. You feel me in those regards. But I think the modern church is too customized. Like the Bible still has a lot of rules and standards. I think people get stepped on for the sake of let's all get along. And that's how the devil water things down. Like the standard is still the standard.
Mm-hmm.
But we all got to be nice. And they think if you disagree with something, then that means you hate it, right? That's the world we live in. But the Bible is still the Bible. God is still God. And I don't think those standards change with time. I think those scriptures, those words, surpass the times. Like people say, oh, those in those days, and that's, a toxic way of thinking.
No, I think me personally, I think like you can't be afraid to like step on toes. Like we was talking about the movie Sinners, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Boy,
when
stepped on some toes, boy.
right, and when old boy when the youngin had the conversation with his dad when he was tiptoeing in and out of both lives, and he was trying to tell him, hey, be careful, like that the devil that you playing with, you know what I'm saying? Be mindful of what you're doing. Um, and I don't think there's no accountability when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to like stepping on toes. People are like afraid to just like call it, say it what it is. Like if you're wrong, you're wrong. Like I had a conversation with somebody, and the dude was like, you know, I don't know if you guys ever been in this type of situation where he delivered news to me, right? And then he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry to deliver the bad news." And I'm like, "Who says it's bad?" Like I said, it's just news.
It's just information.
Yeah, I said I don't deem it as bad. I said it is what it is. Um, and I think it's the same thing with like the church and the Bible and like everything in life. Like we can't be like we can't pussyfoot around it. Like it is what it is. This is what like we know like internally like what's right and wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like we are wired to that. Like and I don't know where this coddling come from where we're trying to like navigate in the space where we're not trying to hurt feelings and whatnot, but it just like it's it makes you even more want to just like, all right, well, let me just find a community of people where I know where I can just like naturally like build something real and sustainable rather than just trying to put out something fluff.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm with you. Like that's another a space you're getting into in your consciousness is the information is just information. There's no emotions tied to it. Like so if even if I'm reading the Bible, like you said, like what do you mean who deemed it bad news? It's just the news. It's just information. Um it could make you feel mad, bad, or sad, but that's how you feel
That's
about
how
it. You
you
feel
take
me?
it. Yeah.
Right. Don't give me preconceived notions of the news. Just give it me the news. Like, I ain't ask you for all that, man. Just deliver the
Right.
message.
All
I
that
ain't ask you for your
commentary. Just give me the
commentary.
message. Yeah.
They
Yeah.
waiting to see like what kind of
Before
reaction.
you
Like
give me the news, how you feel about it?
yeah,
Like,
that's what it
ask
be.
you all
I
that.
want to deliver you some bad news. Like oh, and they go back like yup.
Yeah.
He reacted just how we thought.
Yeah, man. Shout out to that though, man. It's mental health month for men. So, happy mental health month. It's also Father's Day, so it might disrupt your mental health when you get them socks on Sunday.
Oh man, don't put that type of dog on. You know what I'm saying?
You get that suit in a bag, the shirt with the towel already there.
Man,
The chaps. You got the brute cologne and the big polo.
the Cole special, baby.
Boy, when your queen stood in Ross line for doggone 3 hours to get you bring back that big polo, boy, you gotta rock it.
No.
Now we declining all that mental health month, man. We declining all them type of gifts, man.
I see.
Nah, man,
Know
just
your
shout in,
worth.
man. Shout out to Happy Father's Day, brothers. I know this show is gonna be the last time we probably speak, at least in front of other people before Father's Day, man. So happy Father's Day, man, to you fellas, man.
Same
Man,
to you, my
appreciate that,
brothers.
man. Likewise, happy Father's Day, man. I was what do y'all got planned for Father's Day? Anything?
I just want to be treated like a bad bitch.
You back? You
Bad
back in
Yeah,
that
bougie.
man.
mode? You back in that
I'm
mode?
back in that mode, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, Father's Day is always
Glam you
it's the
up
same.
real quick.
It's the same. It's the same for me. Yeah, yeah, pamper me, man. Uh,
I'm
but for
trying
me,
to get
every
it
year it's the
shaved
same
from the front
thing.
to the back.
Trying to see what that be like. Nah, it's always Harlem's birthday, bruh. So um, it ain't really. I don't really get into a whole lot. I'm kind of jammed up annually with that, bro. I just want to spend time with them more than anything. Get acknowledged, of course. I want my full acknowledgement on Father's Day. You feel me? Treat me like a king and all that. But material stuff ain't really. I just need that love, acknowledgement in that facet. But them Father's Day, then Ravens a week away. So like my June is just soaked up with kids. June hit harder than December for me, boy. For
Yeah, I know
sure.
this
I
this
bet.
this your this your battleground month right here, boy.
Yes, bruh. It's because kids be out for summer too. The grocery bill be higher. They want more shit. Sorry, excuse my language, man. I'm trying to curse less. They want more things. Like,
You said it right. That's
yeah.
exactly what it is.
Yeah.
No, like we just
I
said,
try to
like
curse less. I just try to curse less,
nah.
man.
Who's to say that curse words?
Now hey,
I
that's
feel like
another
they curse
topic.
words. Like,
Okay,
I
okay.
feel there's a
Another
better
topic.
word than shit I could use.
I was
I
just
think
saying,
my
like,
vocabulary, my vernacular, and if I offend anyone with like just what some deem as vulgar language, I'm gonna try to clean it up, bro. Because I'd rather gain a listener than have somebody not listen to me for any like weird reason like that. So I know I could speak better. I consider myself a communicator. So let me try to
yeah.
get my point across. Every now and then I'm gonna let one slip. I am human,
Oh
but
yeah,
I'm a
I'm a
comedian
sailor,
at
so
heart,
I'm
so I
definitely
curse
gonna let
sometimes.
I'm definitely gonna let them fly every once in a while. But I
Yeah.
definitely like I'm a mindful of like trying to clean it up in that realms. But but it
So
it,
he said,
it,
"Who
it
said they curse words?"
I'm trying to figure that out. Like who deemed it as cause like these are good words. Nigga, like who the hell told me these are a word that's cursed?
You don't think there are negative and positive words?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I do. And I think that a curse word is wishing ill on somebody. So I get what Trey saying on the if we're using colorful language, you know what I'm saying, that you may not like that vernacular, like you
Profanity
saying,
is
yeah,
is
profanity.
another word for it. Some people just call it profanity and not
Uh,
actual curse words.
but I mean, like I said, I get it. I try to respect, you know what I'm saying, certain people
Yeah.
about it. But then in the same sense, you do still have to respect that other person's freedom of speech. So, like you
Oh,
said, it's a fine
100%.
line that you got to walk. But I do get what you brothers are saying. I do get
You
it.
know, I don't judge anybody for however they choose to speak. I don't like I'm not Mr. H. Stop cursing and anything. It's just I like to challenge myself communication wise, like whatever challenges. I like to overcome things. So we'll
Yeah.
see. It's still a struggle. I'm a comedian at heart, bro. I like to curse.
Gotta paint that picture.
It paints a
Yeah.
picture. Like Richard Pryor was probably the best cursor of all time, dog.
Yeah. Him and Bernie Mac, them probably top two. Bernie Mac,
Yeah.
that was a cold customer, boy. Oh, Red Fox too, boy. Them top
Or
top
Red
three
Fox
right
is
there.
elite.
Yeah.
Red Fox. I got one for you. Robin Harris.
Yeah,
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 that's
yeah,
who.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Robin Harris is a legendary storyteller, bro. Like my pops used to ride around with the Robin Harris tapes, bro, just playing, dog.
They want some good
Like,
rides.
and what type of children you thought we were, bro? I listened to Robin Harris in my dad's truck riding around. You think I'm going to school with regular jokes?
Oh boy,
Well, I
you
got a
don't gear me
bag
for
for you,
some
bro.
top tier professionals. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
I gotta get
I was
this
a
off.
trip. If anybody listening to this, you've never heard of Robin Harris, just take on you. They still got him on YouTube, I think, somewhere, bro. Just go listen to some Robin Harris tapes, bro. Like old school comedy, legendary storytelling, bro. Straight up.
You want to talk about somebody not scared to step on toes? All them
Oh,
comedians
that,
that y'all mentioned, they was gonna
yeah,
speak how they felt,
one
regardless
hundred
of what
percent,
anybody else felt.
100%.
And it's all because of, I think, how like life experiences. You don't know like what. I always judge a man by his heart and character and like his actions. Like
Hmm.
words, just, also like being in the military. Like from day one, you getting cussed out. Like it just my grandfather, like I just like been around like different like leaders and people in my life that use those type of words. It just like I always judge them on like how they like their heart, their intentions, like their actions, and how they moved as a man versus the you know what was deemed as a curse word, I guess. Um, but I can see like how it could like impact you in a way where if you're trying to like navigate in this world as far as like professionally and like you trying to get onto like I can see like also you got kids too like we all are
Yes.
family men and we also want to present ourselves. My kids will tell you quick, oh, I heard you say it, but like damn, well that don't make it, you know what I'm saying, you're a child, I'm a grown man. But this one this one quote came up, and I want to ask you, brothers, you know what I'm saying, in the heart of Father's Day, man, in that book, it said that the day you realize your parents were right, your kids are telling you you're wrong. And that's when, you guys ever had a moment like that?
No, I knew my parents were right a long time ago. My kids just started telling me I was wrong. So I get I get the sentiment, man. I just telling my kids this the other day. It's like I'm always ranting around here. I know they get tired of me, like just always trying to preach just values, man. Like I ain't never gonna stop that. I don't care if you're annoyed. And I was just telling my son, my daughter, like if I had just listened to my father and my mother more, right, I would be more successful. Like things would have been a lot differently if I just actually listened. And it's like I understand a teenager, and that's why I broke it down to them. I said I understand a teenager's mindset, but if you can flip it and if you can understand that who's in your corner.
Yes.
Like if my dad's telling me anything, it's because he want to see me win. He want to see me successful, right? Like something I was talking to my daughter about is like just communication and things like that, right? And we're just discussing that type of stuff. And I told her, I said, how do you think this benefits me? Like things I'm telling you benefits you in a family environment in the future. And that's how it benefits me. I'm giving you values and things to know how to communicate to have a healthy home environment, like that type of stuff. And I know kids don't want to hear that, but man, if a lot of the things my parents were telling me that I didn't want to hear, I wish I would have received it more. Even if I disagreed, right? I wish I would have just received it differently, not with they don't know what they're talking about or they annoying. Just really just take in what they're saying, meditate on it, and regardless of what decision I make going forward, that you know what I'm saying, like they supporting me, they got the best intentions, and consider the advice that they gave me. Whatever decision I make, just moving forward, consider, hey, this is what they told me, you know, and I'm gonna adhere to those things just because I know they trying to just do steer me the right way. They don't mean anything bad by it. So it's hard for teenagers to grasp that, bro.
Mhm.
But I think it just takes patience and just really just slowing the moment down and just like, hey, snap out of it. Like just slow down. I'm on your team. I'm not
Mhm.
telling you anything because I want to see you fail. Think about it. If anybody in this world want to see you succeed, who is it going to be?
It's
It's
gonna
going to
be
be
the
the people
dad.
in your home. So, you know, if I ain't telling you no negativity, I ain't shitting on your dreams or anything like that. Just listen to what I'm trying to tell you. And I promise you, if you listen to, you know, that's a conversation I'm even have with like even my nieces. They listen to your dad. Like he know what he talking about. And sometimes it take the other voice, another voice too. It takes you know an uncle, a older cousin. Say, man, your pop's a wise man, bro. Like listen to him. He know what he talking about. If you listen to that man, you'll be successful. You won't go wrong. So it just takes that, man. But nah, that I don't even get frustrated with it no more. Like another thing too, like I want to talk. You want to chime in on that? My bad, Gio.
No, no, you good, bro. I was just gonna say I really didn't, not to be bad or anything. I really didn't have those moments. I'm having those now where I'm trying to tell my babies like, hey, just pay attention to what it is that I'm
How are your
saying.
daughters?
16 and 8, bro.
Okay, you getting there. You
Yeah,
getting there.
so you know what I mean. So
You
I gotta
about you
go.
about a year or two away, you know what I'm saying,
Man,
before
listen, bro.
it ain't nothing bad. It's just we all been teenagers before, bro.
Yes,
It's just what it is, bro. And you just got to teach them how to be considerate and then also you know respect your opinion and the things you're trying to teach them. Don't brush them off. Like it's just what it is, man.
yeah.
But I was it's a part of fatherhood, bro. Like that realization ain't what you talking about, Trey. It's a part of fatherhood. You just gotta bite the bullet and know that, you know, around this age, you're just gonna be the bad guy a little bit. You know, most times the father is the one that gotta deliver
The
the,
sternness, yeah.
the criticism, you know, especially when it pertains to just life and just what this world's about to be. Like this world isn't complimenting and you know love and support. This world is the exact opposite. When you step out of these doors, the patience that your parents gave you isn't gonna be there, right? You're gonna need a different type of mindset and communication skills to get through this without picking up baggage. You know,
Mm-hmm.
without being traumatized, right? Because that's what you pick up in college, bro. Like people don't even realize what trauma is. Like trauma is deeper than just you know getting molested as a kid or getting beat as a kid. You're gonna have traumatized moments. You know, whether it pertains to work, if you don't know how to communicate yourself, people will railroad you at a job if you don't know how to speak up for yourself. If you hold things in, you bottle it up, and you don't know how to communicate that, hey, I felt mistreated in this moment, and you just, I'm just gonna go keep going to work. I'm just here for a paycheck. No, you got to communicate
You gotta
and know how
work
to
through
talk to
that.
people. If not, it can make for a terrible working environment, and you just start picking up bad work culture, not knowing how to defend yourself, etc. But I don't know what the hell just happened to Trey. I'm just
His
talking because I see
audio.
that boy.
No, you good. His
His
audio
audio
was
went
messing
out.
up. Yeah, yeah. Keep going. Keep rolling. Keep
Yeah.
rolling.
But yeah, it's just all of that stuff matters, bro. Like this world, it's just not forgiving. You feel me? And once you step
Mm-hmm.
out into it, you gotta be prepared for it. And there's I want my kids to learn from my mistakes. I don't
Yes,
want them to make the
sir.
same mistakes I made.
Yes,
You
sir.
know, that's just if I did something in the past, I am gonna go out of my way because I know whatever I did is in them.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So if there are like bad habits, you know, bad traits that I know I had around that age,
I want to fix them.
whatever my kids are, I'm gonna talk to them about the things I struggle with at that same age because that's what healing is. It's like that stuff, right? The next generation shouldn't go through that if you're transparent and honest with them. Hey, when I was 16, man, I was doing this. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like I gotta prepare Harlem in that facet when it comes to girls, when it comes to
Mm-hmm.
friends. The same things that I dealt with, he gonna deal with. He's gonna handle them in a similar way because that's how life works, bro. Like we pass down our trauma, our genes, etc. So they just gotta listen because we got the cheat code. The parents, you will repeat your parents' steps if they don't correct them. Your parents got to help guide you around the missteps that they made. I made this mistake. You don't want to do that. Stay away from this. Focus on this. That's all it is. But as
All right.
fathers, you gotta just be willing to be the bad guy until they get older. That's what my OG told me, and it's kind of playing out that way. Shout out to OG Mike, bro. He's like, bro, they gonna until they become older women, like you gonna be the bad guy, bro. And then when they become married women or they trying to find a husband, they'll reach back to you and they'll see, nah, pops was actually on to something.
Okay. What
There
you
we
say,
go.
Gio? I don't know. Yeah, I'm back, baby, man. I don't know what happened. My audio had went out, so I had to go back out and come back in. But
Hey.
I'm pretty sure I missed a lot of good
Pause.
gospel. But hey, sometimes you gotta go back. Hey, this Father's Day coming up, boy. Don't pause my doggone horny moment, boy. It's about to happen.
Yo,
It's about
not
to be
with
a
us
whole
two
lot of
on
going
here.
out and coming in, boy.
No, I don't want that gift either on Father's Day.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Hey,
You
Not
talking
as
about
the
his
gift.
gift? His
No,
gift? Or okay, overall you
uh,
don't want it as a
oh,
gift.
overall, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
that's not a
yeah.
gift.
I'll accept it as a gift. I ain't like that, bro.
That's mental health month. You should be doing that every day.
hey, that's what I'm
You
saying,
care about my
man.
mental health and you enjoy it's men's mental health month. How many times you dropped them cheeks this month? Like them draws. Like,
That's what I'm saying. Hey,
come on.
Doctor
How much do
Doggone,
you really care about my mental health?
exactly. They say
You
I
got me
need.
backed up and stressed.
Yeah.
I'm trying to push some pee.
Yes, sir. Somebody gotta push it.
I need a pound a day, boy. A
At least
pound
a
of pee.
pound. Thin sliced.
What you want for Father's Day? A pound of pee
I need
in
that
the
for I need that
remote.
for the mental health month. I need that for the whole month.
Oh, month. Give me a
Oh
pound of pee for the
God,
month.
no.
Yeah, for the month.
Outside of that, leave me the hell alone.
They're gonna do the opposite. They're gonna put tariffs on it.
Oh, boy, you putting tariffs on the pee, boy. That's next level egregious, man. I can't afford that right now. Eggs already high. Shit, you try gonna tax the pee? Shoot.
I got a good topic. What I'm gonna say is this is not the show for it, but I just thought of a great topic. I'm talking about it's a doozer, bro. It's a doozy.
Hey, we missing
Doozy
out.
of a topic.
Feel like you need
But
to drop it.
it would take the conversation to a different direction, man. So we're gonna say that for next week, man. The manipulation of the P.
Oh yeah, boy. Yeah, boy, it's like chess, ain't it? Boy, they
We'll talk about that. I'll just do that next week, bro. 'Cause
gotta protect the castle. Well,
nah,
hey,
they gonna control the council with it.
Yeah.
that doggone king only got two moves. That
One
queen
step.
just moving all across the board. Like, ah.
You bad motherfucker, eh?
Hey fellas, hey Gio, what both of you guys, man. I had presented this question, but it didn't go as deep as I wanted to. I want to pick y'all
Pause.
brains on it. Sometimes I'm trying to get to the bottom of it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta get to the bottom of things. But what behaviors or patterns from your father show up in your own parenting?
Ooh,
Oh
wee,
shit,
boy.
all on, boy.
Ooh, wee, boy.
I catch myself every day, boy. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Man, listen, bro. Like, of course, with a little bit of anonymity, my brother's mom or my second mom used to tell me all the time that I remind her so much of him, and that used to make me frown up so much, just because of our, you know what I'm saying, our history or whatnot. But due to my big brother and us having conversations, I just realized that, you know what I'm saying, like y'all boys were saying, that if you don't heal something as you grow up, you pass it down. So a lot of the things
Mm-hmm.
that bother me bothered him, and he never got a chance to heal from it, grow from it. Nobody taught him, so subsequently he wasn't able to teach me. So then now, you know what I'm saying. But when you learn that, then it's like, man, but yeah, a lot of his bad habits, a lot of his ways, A lot of the things that he likes, his mannerisms, is like I'm right there, so I gotta see it and fix it in real time so that what I'm saying, my babies don't have to deal with that same type of thing, and my healing can be his healing, and what I'm saying, we can close that cipher. But yeah, I'm almost him reincarnated, big dog, almost.
It's a tough thing, especially like when you I salute you for awareness for catching it in real time because a lot of us don't. You know what I'm saying? When we kind of going through things and we kind of repeat that cycle. But I want to add, like, what are you like actively trying to unlearn?
Uh, I'll say this again, full transparency. Just some of the way that he picked his women. Of course, nothing against my mom or my brother's mom, but just some of his actions later on in life is something that I definitely want to steer away from. You feel me? So it's like I
Mm,
see what path that is, and I don't want to be on that path. So it's like, okay, while I still got time, I got to make different choices. You know what I'm saying? And me and my brother, we had that same type of conversation because, like I said, it runs deep in both of us. Pause. But he was able to steer his path different as well. So that gave me a visual to be like, okay, so I know that it can be done. Now let me steer it to the path that I need to so that my babies can see the proper representation.
mm. I think for mine, it's like that I notice that I catch and I'm working on just communication. Um, and also, like, I notice, like, within, like, a lot of times when you're communicating and people is not being like received or receptive or like being dismissed at times, it can also like make you like shut down and just trying to like all right notice like when I'm like all right getting in that shutdown mode because I don't want to get it to another mode to where it could get like toxic. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of just like navigating that space of where e- emotion, just being like emotionally like aware and like good emotional IQ and being able to like articulate like what I'm going through in that moment rather than shutting down. I think is what I'm trying to like get better at. I don't know if that's like something that I noticed within my father, but I just noticed just like communication in general is something that as a family that we kind of went into this year of something that we want to get better at. You know what I mean? But just something to me personally, I know within the realms of communication is something that I'm just trying to get better
Same,
at.
similar path for me. So the last like 2 years has been my probably more than that, but I've gotten better at it in the last 2 years. Like my father speaks very passionately about things, right? And sometimes it comes off as like he's angry, and I've seen like I'm the same way. Like I have those same exact traits, right?
Yeah.
When my dad's communicating like that, I can understand it, and I can, and other people around and be like, "Why he mad?" And I won't look at him like he's mad. I understand. I get it. I get it. But I also like just watching him do it helps me see myself, right? I was just like, damn, like, and I'm hearing him talk like he sound like me. You feel me? Like that sound like me, and that's being very conscious and aware too. When you can hear your parents talk and you can hear like, I like even just watching and listening, bro. Like I realize even my son tell me, I realize how much I admire my father. To be real with you, bro, because a lot of things and a lot of my mannerisms is after him. You feel me? Like it's kind of it's freaky, bro. To be real with you, but that's what I've been working on, man. Just understanding that you just can't be too passionate in those settings. It depends on you got to know how to like use that energy,
Yeah.
and everybody's not gonna understand. And a part of communication is understanding what another person may understand. Right? You got to think to be a great communicator. Sometimes you got to think for the other person. So if you want to take something like, and I told this is what I even tell my pops. This is like, uh, if you really want to get to the issue, you just got to take out the thing, the distraction. Right? They're gonna use a lot of times. People are gonna use your passion as a way to not have the conversation you're trying to have. So it turns into you're angry, and now the conversation is about me being angry or not the issue at hand. So if you remove the anger, you kind of remove a roadblock in the communication. You
Mhm.
feel me? So you take the passion out. He's like, I like to lead with my passion. I like to be a passionate person. But if that's causing miscommunication, let me pull that out. Let me remove the passion, talk calmly, and then now there's no stumbling block to get to the point, to the nitty gritty of what we're trying to get to, because that's what, we logical people and we just trying to get to some logic. So if we
Mm-hmm.
get to the logic by removing the passion, let's just do that.
In the
Just
heart of like
improving yourself.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
no, I love it. Just hearing like in the heart of like healing like generational curses. Like I don't even want to call them curses, just like generational stuff that like you see that
Behavior,
you want to fix.
generational behavior.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Culture.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that you trying to fix, right? Like you ever been like, and I think we all have been in this kind of like situation where you see some of that like seeping onto your child, right? And then
Mm-hmm.
like you look over to you, oh, that's you, or that and y'all look at each other like, oh, that's you right there. But instead of like addressing whatever bad, like, or I don't even want to call it
Mm-hmm.
bad, or the behavior that's at hand, instead of like, all right, well, if that's me, let's go ahead and let's just talk about it and let's fix it. A lot of time we just neglect it, and it just like
Mm-hmm.
it kind of just like roll downhill. I don't know if you guys ever like been in that type of moment where like you having a and like it could be anything where like it don't have to be like a huge like disagreement, just like how your child respond to something,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
you know, and then your mate bring it up like that's just how you. It's similar to how you said when you see like, and I noticed that too too with my parents when I'm out with them. I'm like, damn, and it makes you, you know, and that's what I love about like being around my family because it makes me like learn my history and like like some of the stuff that I need to like work on within my
Mm-hmm.
own home,
Mm-hmm.
um, but I don't know if you guys ever experience that at your home where you see something that's like some of the mannerisms from you passed on to them, and then it's kind of like acting out in real time towards your mate or something like that, or I don't know. It's
Yeah,
just
no,
like,
you got to be active with it. Yeah,
mm-hmm,
I'm with you. Like there is that, right, and you do sometimes you let it slip, and because like you get tired of being that person. Like you always, it gets tough being the person that always want to like fix things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like
they call
it
me
gets
out on that all the
frustrating.
time. It's like, oh, here he go again.
Yeah, yeah, it just turns into that. But that's life. That's what we're here for, bro. Is to fix our problems and the way we treat each other and the way we talk and communicate with each other. We're here to just fix those type of things, bro. You just can't get tired of it, bro. I see a lot of my ways in my son, and I'm actively working to make sure, like, nah, bro, like you're gonna push yourself to your full potential. Like we
Mm-hmm.
reading books together this summer. Usually I'm giving him the book, make him go read, and then we recap it. But we actively reading just a lot of books on stoicism, principles, philosophy. We get into that bad bid this summer, and it's discussing a lot of things because I want him to push himself to his full potential and not settle, for easy things. So a lot of things come easy to him. He do enough just to get by. You feel me? Um, and he's a talented and smart kid, and I know I did that a lot, right? And when I got to a certain point, even in school, like I remember in my junior year, I look back as you start doing the testing and stuff like that, right? And then I had teachers like, "Hey, you tested well," and like the military people like, "Oh, you tested well." And I started looking back like, "Did I even try this shit?" Like, I remember having that feeling, bro. It's like in the guidance counselor office, and she's talking to me about just like these options, and I'm just like, bro, I ain't even really tried these 3 4 years. I really came here didn't just got by, just did enough just to get by and just skate through and chill. I didn't push myself. And I didn't feel bad about it. But now that, developing, working on self improvement, I see that as, a flaw, a character flaw. You feel me? And you're never too young to have a purpose and to want to be great. You
Mm-hmm.
feel me? You can't keep pushing greatness off. I'm getting by now. I'm cool now. I'm getting good grades. No, like good grades ain't great grades. You can't
Mm-hmm.
ever push. If you make a habit of pushing off greatness, you'll push off greatness the rest of your life. And that's the thing I want to pull him out of him right now is Nah, bro, you don't have to wait to be great. You don't have to wait to have a purpose. You could do that right now. Don't put off greatness. You got the potential in you to be great, and that's your purpose is to live up to your fullest potential. So yeah, you ain't wrong, bro. Like it gets
Nah,
tough, like I said, being the fixer, but it comes with the territory of being a dad.
nah, you said a lot of a lot of real stuff. Really, I don't know if y'all want to go down that road, but it was just dealing with. Um, we had a discussion, and I think these days I'm just of the mindset of not like we get so caught up into to pushing our kids into like these different like oh they're gonna be instead of like naturally like letting them be explore
Yeah.
different opportunities, we push them into these fields, and then they're stuck not knowing what their true real like purpose is in life. And then you know it's sad, like I don't want to get away
I want
from
to double
like
down on that though. I think the approach to it just got to be different, right?
right.
Your job, like I was saying earlier, the recipe for like unhappiness, like when you're giving kids game, right? And that's like, and you gotta have the yin and yang. I think it's good to have both sides of like, and
Mhm.
that's why it's good to have a mother and a father in the home, right? Because it's just different lenses and different perspectives, And the kid you can hit on all bases, but I think you set the kid a kid off of failure if you're basing success and their purpose around whatever degree they're going to get. Because when they get it, they're gonna realize this ain't
Yeah, now what?
Right. No,
this
I'm
ain't the
not even just
fulfillment.
talking degrees. I'm talking about or police or firefighter
Yeah,
or
careers,
yeah, career
careers.
in general.
But I
Just like
think
yeah,
purpose isn't based around those things. That's
right.
an Americanized like way of just thinking. It's just a capitalistic way of thinking is that your job and what you're going to college for is your purpose. Why
Mhm.
it can be your ultimate purpose is to live up to your highest potential. If you could just teach that. So whatever you're going to school for, you should get educated. You should, find trades. All of that stuff is cool, but that's not necessarily your purpose. We're here to serve and we're here to live up to our highest potential and to seek God, our purpose for God. Stay down that path and you'll be, but I think it's just a delivery of they try to wrap up this life, in a cookie cutter way. You finish school, you're gonna get this job, you're gonna get married by this age, you have this amount of kids, and you're gonna be happy. And that stuff just doesn't bring happiness.
Mhm.
There's no talk about healing yourself, the self work. It's all about a job, just things that don't really make you happy and really like attain, peace. So you find yourself 35, finish school, you got a decent car, got a decent job, unfulfilled.
Mhm. That's tough right there.
Cause that's really the midlife crisis. People think you see a 50-year-old guy, 60-year-old guy with a Ferrari and call him midlife. He almost out of here.
Hmm.
Hey, he ain't midlifing.
Man,
Midlife is about 35.
I'll get a haircut. It's funny you bring this up. I'll get a haircut. Got a female barber. I got a couple barbers, but one of my go-to. She my substitute. But she a female
Oh,
barber. She was talking about
I can tell when she cut your hair.
oh yeah, when
No,
she
I'm
cut
joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking.
yeah, put a little
I'm
special
joking.
attention to detail on that thing, ain't it? Yeah,
I
man.
kid. I kid. I kid. I kid.
She bring out a massage kit and all. I'm like, ah, boy, you keep on, boy. But she was telling me this
You
story.
ever having a little residue on your top lip?
Oh no, no, I can't bring that home. Mm-mm.
I
I
kid.
can't
I
explain
kid. I
that. I
kid.
can't explain that. No, she like studs. I can't bring. No, I can't. Ain't no residue. Ain't
I
no
forgot you
stud.
was in Atlanta.
Ain't no stud residue for sure. But see, she was telling me this story. Dang, you messed me up, boy. You talking about these stud interactions and residues and stuff. She was talking about a situation where she was with she with an older fella,
Uh-huh.
and then she was just she was banking on him like clocking out, but he didn't clock out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how we got there, but we was talking
We
about
talking
something.
about midlife crisis and
Midlife
ages
Yeah,
crisis.
yeah,
previously.
he
Yeah,
was at a midlife crisis, and then like it was a lure to
It
it
ain't
that
midlife. She waited on him to die. It ain't midlife. He had to
but
tell in that thing.
she said she said yeah she got food. She was like yeah he looked like she thought like when he told her the age she was like oh and then looked at the situation she thought she can like you know what I'm saying stick around for a little bit you know but dog once he got
She
that
thought she
dog
gonna get
on
in the wheel.
yeah she was trying to get in the
She had
wheel
another thing coming.
yeah
She gonna be
yeah
sad at that funeral.
but dog got a second burst of energy once he got that snapper. He got a second burst. He's like, that nigga was,
That's a cold game, waiting on the old man to die and hoping you in his will.
listen. If
uh,
you just got done talking about manipulation of the pound,
yeah.
That's all it be.
But y'all ever feel like, Gio, you ever feel, or both of y'all, I want to know, like, you ever feel like you're not doing enough as a father?
oh yeah, yeah. Just off of like we was talking about before, just off of trying to be better than my predecessor. But them the conversations that I have with my babies, like we open enough for that. You know what I'm saying? So I tell them, you know, what I struggle with or what I'm trying to do, what my intentions are. Um, Almost make an open door like hey if you feel you know what I'm saying what's the feedback because again growing up I ain't never had nobody ask me like how would you like to be you know what I'm saying or you know what I'm saying how would things be different for you or better for you if it was to be done this way you know what I'm saying it was just no choice given you just take my way um but yeah I mean they
You ever
feedback
think
is
of
I
that,
do
like,
good.
damn, like, it's tough, like, you know, as fathers, as men, and, you know,
That's
as
what it's
black
supposed to
men,
be.
we battling a lot of stuff in these worlds, and we feel like we sacrificing a lot, and then sometimes you know feel like we're not getting the support, you know, with the sacrifice. You think that's like a something that's like normalized?
That's a part. That's a part of like generational behavior and same type of stuff you gotta like just teach. Um, there's a as we talk to other brothers, like we know because we talk to each other, and I'm doing a better job of that, man. Like just reaching out to brothers and talking with them, bro. And, you know, like having these type of conversations, like as just black men, and you can feel it on the culture when you look on social media. It's a feel of underappreciation. You feel me? We do face, you know, some crazy circumstances as black men. This thing is designed. Like I'm not woe is me. And I think we can go be and do whatever we want to do. But I mean, it's just, the stats don't lie. Numbers are what they are. Like we're most of the jail population, we're highest in poverty. Like we're the most affected by, you know, police neighborhoods. You know, like we live in a police state. It's just saturated with cops. Like that feel, like this happens in our communities and stuff. And we come home, it's not a lot of love. It's just not what it is. It's not a lot of support. Father's Day is laughed about. We joke about like the gifts we're gonna get. It's just treated secondary than anything to do with moms and Mother's Day. It may be prevalent in other cultures as well, but I'm just speaking of mine. I think that's a bad state to be in. I think the appreciation of everybody in the household should be equal. You know, the same level of appreciation and care, and you know, the want to be better, to fix each other, to support each other, to in every facet should be on both hands. I think that should be equal. And as black men, you know, I think in its totality, what you're saying, Trey, I think that's a very common feel, and this ain't coming from dudes that are running around with a bunch of women. These are married men that are at home trying to build a family, be wholesome men, and it's still that feel of bruh, like does anybody even care? And if I bring up do I care, that gets gas lit, of hey, why don't we do this, or this is how I feel. You're not even the feelings aren't acknowledged and then talked about. It's like gaslit into a different argument on why would you even say that, or
Yeah,
damn, you got feelings.
yeah, or like
Yeah.
it's funny like how like stuff get like weaponized in a sense to where like
Correct.
when you express, like how said behavior or or the wrong said behavior and how it made you feel in that moment, um, at times it gets weaponized to where like it puts you to a place to where you don't even want to like bring it up or say anything at times.
Mm-hmm.
And you brought up stats, and I saw a stat. It was like 1 in 4 black kids like live like with their father in a home, like or absent, or the father's absent in the home. But like 70%, it was like 70% of the fathers who are at home or don't like engage in like daily caregiving and like bathing and like or just activities with their kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, but when you're dealing with brothers who are putting in the work, like at home with their kids and like actively involved, and then like when you bring up something that's like we is messing up our mentals or something that we need peace or resolution or resolve with, it gets dismissed, and it just it shouldn't be a battle. It should be like a room or space for us to
Everybody. Mm-hmm.
like chime out and like get to the bottom of like bettering each other, I guess, or bettering the
It's just
relationship.
good culture to treat the man in the house like he's the president, like he's the leader. It's good culture. Like you find if you're gonna find a culture that's consistent and steady, you're gonna find a culture where the man is treated like presidential. Like when he speaks, even though you disagree with him, you working in the White House, you gotta shut up and listen. Like it's just not treated like that. Like our leadership isn't respected. And I used to think it was just a me thing. That's why I'm glad I started talking to other brothers. Cause I thought it was just a me thing. As you start speaking with other brothers, this is a consistent thing, and that's just passed down culture. Like I don't think the dilution of the black man was on accident by any stretch of the imagination. If
Mm-hmm.
you wanted welfare, what you had to do to get welfare?
Kick the
What you had to
man
do to
out.
get Section 8? You had to get the man out of there. They weaponized a lot of things with government assistance, and the government became the black man through
Mhm.
culture. Like, and this isn't new. Like, you could go find documentaries where they're talking about the same things we're talking about, bro. Like when the Bible says there's nothing new under the sun, it really ain't nothing new. Like we really been having these same discussions about the rift between the black man and the black woman for a long time. And the only thing that's been happening since the '60s is the decline of the black marriage. And the only thing that changed it, like we were the first welfare. Like the Black Panther Party was the first welfare. Like they were given to families. It didn't matter if the black man was in the home. Families need help. They need help. So they tore apart the Black Panther Party, the free lunches. Like the government, the American government didn't come up with free lunch. The Black Panther Party, they stole everything these people were doing. The welfare system, they blew up the party, they stole all their ideologies, and they blew up the family dynamic, bro. And they replaced the black man with the government. And in a large capacity, bro, that's still happening. Like our value, and it's not just with us, right? It's the things we watch on TV, it's the things we listen to on
Mm-hmm.
the radio. Like you listen to our music. Who is the white group of the city girls?
Mhm. Mhm.
Of all the women, Meg the Stallion, you just listen to the music. It's the even like Glorilla, like all of them. The music is anti-man. I don't need a man, and that's just the forefront of our music and our entertainment.
Yeah, it used to be like Britney Spears and them back then. You know what I'm saying?
They weren't saying they ain't need no like I'm spending all your money. I don't need a man, nothing. If he ain't buying this and that was never Britney Spears music.
I gotta go
Never.
back and check. I can't remember, but I thought they were part of that doggone.
The closest you may get is a Pink. But Britney Spears was on Disney time, bro. Like she went on nothing about no man and what he gotta pay for prostitution music. It's prostitution music, bro, and that's our culture right now. It's prostitution music. A man, and I make sure I teach my son this, bro. You're not somebody's wallet. Your value isn't about what you make, what you drive, what this world, these people gonna tell you you're worth. You're worth what you can what you can give to me, the things you can buy me, the things you can do for me. It's a transactional world, but you are not that. Don't let nobody. I don't care how much money you make. Don't lead with your pockets. Don't go out and it's not your duty to take care of anybody but Harlem. You don't have any kids on this planet. You focus on you. And then when you establish, you can live life under your rules and how you want to move and not to this world's beat. But this world is set up, bro. You gotta protect your boys, even from like I remember Deontay was telling us that, bro, when we had that interview. And even that, I was like, he right. We gotta protect our boys. Like, look at the world they're stepping into. A capitalistic society where what you think don't matter. Your principles don't matter. Like when you cut on these Diddy trials, what are we teaching these young boys? If you got money, women will do anything. They'll deal with this abuse. And when the abuse got so bad, she ain't go just file charges. What she do? She sued him for money. Like think about like the mindset. So you gotta protect these boys' mindset because even if they do become successful, they can't think they can just go pay and do whatever they want to women. Because you definitely can. It's out there. And you gotta teach even the women that. Like like it's just so much, bro. Like when you look at it, bro, it's tough out here. But I think it all starts with just the overall culture, and you got to unplug the next generation from it. That like, there's no fixing what it is now. Like the feeling what we talking about ain't finna be fixed, Trey. I hate to break it to you, but that not feeling, appreciated, I don't think that's gonna change. I hope for the best for it, but like I said earlier in the show, my realization is that like this is just what it is as a black man. And that's
Yeah.
why I don't fault none of these boys for marrying outside of their culture. Because if if you hear your daddy get cussed out for 18 years and you get cussed out for 18 years and you hear somebody that can actually communicate without cussing you out, you might be like, well, shoot, let me try that and see what the snow bunny talking about.
Hey
So I
man.
don't fault nobody, man. I just whatever you can find peace and love, find peace and love, my brother. I don't judge no man for who he with, man.
Just full disclosure, I ain't getting cussed out. I'm still trying to get a pound of pea for Father's Day. Everything, you know what I'm saying? Everything customer, everything goes up and up. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just
But
saying in general. I'm just saying in general. I get it, bro.
in general,
That's hilarious though.
I, th-
Pound of P is the name of the show.
you said what?
A pound of
Pound of
pee, the
P is
name,
definitely the
name
name of
of
this
the show.
episode.
Hey, we all try to get that pound of pea this weekend, but no, I think you absolutely correct. And I know, brother Gio, we got to bounce, but
Bro, Gio, when
um,
I start saying, bro, hey, hold on now. I cuss you out 18 years, but I am Dr. Umar Jr.
Gotta treat
Head
me
on
different.
black.
I think the consensus that we're all saying is like like none of us is perfect. You don't have to be perfect. You just got to be present.
Yes.
And then like
Most importantly.
and can't like just stop parenting from your past pain. You know what I'm saying? And just like
Big
be
peas.
whoa, okay,
Yeah, I also thought like just along that, like same thing, bro. Like you gotta trust God and that everything, as long as your intentions were pure. Like you were saying, like, do you feel like you're good enough as a father, bro? I think it's natural to have those type of feelings, but you got to believe in God and trust that you have pure intentions, all your efforts. And that's how I would look at back at the way I was raised, right? And my parents weren't perfect, but I know they tried their best and they had pure intentions. And no doubt in my mind, you did both of those. You tried your best, you did your best, and you can continue. And the things you think you could be better at, we still got an opportunity as parents.
To do it.
Like we still here. Even if they're 18, we still got a parent. We still got to mold them so we still can fix those things where we thought we could be better at, bro. But you're an awesome dad, bro. Don't doubt yourself, man. Like,
oh yeah, no, no,
get the
no.
hell out of here, man.
No, I'm not doubting myself. It just made me think, like, cause I do remember like vivid like moments of like, as a kid, you naturally like you're not paying attention to like different like things from your father, your grandfather, but all right, brother Gio, but we gonna close here soon. But as you get into fatherhood and you just like look at you, I remember like different expressions that they will have like after they come home from like a long day of work or like
Mm-hmm.
like those images like will like come in my mind when I'm coming home from a long day of work, or like like yeah,
Get it.
yeah,
Get it
it's
full
just like one
circle.
of those like it's like a moment where like you walk in and you can just tell like as a kid when your parents walk in or when your grandfather walk in and it's just like the beat and it's just you don't really grasp everything that's going on, but when you're going through it yourself, I think it's like one of them things for me. Like um, I know, and just like naturally, as that's just like as knows men, that's how we always do. We want to get better, and naturally we
What's
want.
a man that don't want to get better, bro?
Uh,
You're not even a man.
mm, hey, that's just what that's what when they wasn't a slave. What they what percentage of a man they deemed us as?
I forgot. I forget.
Yeah, but that kind of stuck with us a lot of this stuff. But
Yeah.
no, we on the same page, man. But as always, dog, I love these conversations. We're gonna keep these going, man. It's Coach Uncut podcast, man. It's Woke Wednesdays, man. We out. That was love, bro.